Hi, I'm Jackie Maru. Thanks so much for joining me. This is an all-levels detox flow class that's designed to help you detox both physically and mentally. Let's go ahead and get started. Come to a comfortable sitting position on your mat. It can be cross-legged or whatever is comfortable for you. Take your hands and rest them on your knees. Close your eyes and just take a few moments to get yourself still. Notice the thoughts in your mind. They say that 90% of the thoughts that we have every day are the same thoughts that we have every day. So there's a lot of sort of mental garbage in there. There's a lot of stuff that we don't need, a lot of thoughts that aren't serving us. Yoga helps us sift through those thoughts. So today, as we physically warm our bodies, get our blood flowing, hopefully sweat a little bit, and detox physically, I hope that you can detox a little bit mentally as well and free yourself from some of those thoughts that hold you captive. Let's start by breathing deeply. Take a full breath in, fill yourself all the way up as full as you can. Exhale, let the breath go. I want you to empty it all the way out. Like, keep pushing it out, keep pushing it out. Now, fill up again until you can't take in any more air. And then exhale. Push that last bit of stale air out of your body. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, let it out. And then open up your eyes and make your way to your tabletop position, all fours. We're gonna get our blood flowing today, movement and flow. So cat-cow breathing is where we'll start. Stack shoulders above elbows and wrists, hips above knees. Inhale, lift your chest and look up. Exhale, round your spine and let your head and neck fall. Inhale, tilt the tailbone up, arch the back, look up. Exhale, round the spine, pull the belly in and draw it up. And then on your own, take one more. And then come back through to your center, a neutral spine. From here, downward dog. Curl your toes and just send your hips right up. And separate your feet hip-width distance apart. Press through the hands, the pads of your fingers. The inside of your hand, press it down a lot. And then take a couple breaths in your down dog. And know that it's more than okay to bend your knees if needed. Just let your head fall away from your hips here. And keep your breath really deep. Deep breathing alone will detox both your mind and your body. Find the strength in your arms to keep holding. And then slowly from here, release, walk forward towards the top of your mat. Come up to a halfway lift, so take your hands and bring them to your shins. Lengthen your spine, look a little forward, and then forward bend over your two legs and just hang in your forward bend. You can hold on to your legs, do whatever feels good to you and your body. Let the tension go. Detox from all the anxiety, the tension, the stress that you hold. And then bend your knees and roll up slow to standing. Pull your shoulders back. You can keep your feet apart, hip-width distance, toes pointing forward, or you can bring them together, whatever feels better for you. Turn your palms forward and pull your shoulders back. Inhale, reach and stretch your arms up and over your head for your mountain pose or your Urdhva Hastasana. Find length through the sides of your body. Take a big breath in here. Now, as you exhale, take your hands together and then bring them all the way through your heart as you bow forward over your legs again. Rise with a flat, long spine. Inhale, reach up, stand up, look up. Exhale, hands through the heart, slowly bow down. Couple more. Inhale, breathe and move. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale, reach, find the length, look up. And then exhale, bring your hands right back down to your heart. Interlace your hands behind your back. Get as close to that as you can. Pull your shoulders back, look up towards the ceiling, and press down through your feet. Let your heart just shine right up towards the ceiling. Release, arms up, inhale your breath. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Bring your feet together if they're not already. Sit back into chair pose, Utkatasana. So pull your weight back into your heels and then reach your arms up and over your head. Make sure that you couldn't even slide a piece of paper under your heels if you tried, because they're glued to the mat. Try not to shift your knees too far forward, but keep your butt back. Now breathe in here. I'm gonna warm the body. Airplane your arms as you exhale, so just bring them by your sides. Now we're gonna keep on moving. Inhale, reach. Airplane arms as you exhale. Inhale and lift. Airplane the arms. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale the arms by the sides. Mountain. Straighten your legs. Reach your arms up and inhale your breath. Forward fold. Exhale. Bow over your two legs. One more time. Feel the deep stretch through the backs of your legs. Come up to halfway lift, so hands can be on shins or fingertips to the floor. Exhale, bring your hands to the yoga mat and step back to a plank pose, a push-up-like position. Now you can drop your knees down to the mat if you'd like, but you don't have to. Take a breath. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way down to the yoga mat. Hands right next to the chest, point your toes straight back and separate your feet hip width. Inhale, low cobra, lift your chest up off the mat. Try not to use your hands yet. Slowly lower down. Inhale, lift your chest again, just as high as you possibly can. Keep pressing through the hands a little bit now, and then lift your chest up a little bit more. If that hurts or it's too much on your back, then come back to a low cobra where there's really no weight in your hands. Take a breath here. And then release, lower down. Press back up to your tabletop position and then back into your downward facing dog. Make sure that you're pressing through finger pads and the insides of your hands to protect your wrists. Take a full breath in and let it go. Another breath and let it go. From here, lift your right leg up high as it will go, and then step it forward to a low lunge position. It might take you 5 steps to get into that lunge, no problem. Stack your right knee directly over your right ankle, and make sure your feet are as wide as your hips. Now bend and straighten your front leg as much as you can, just a couple times to kind of warm and lubricate your right knee joint. Now, from here, bend into your right knee, reach and stretch your arms up and over your head, crescent lunge. If you feel wobbly, your feet might not be wide enough, so you can inch your right foot a little wider. Feel free to bend your back leg. Make sure right knee is stacked in front of ankle and not going in front. Arms over your head. This is gonna warm your body. It's gonna help you find strength. If you feel pain, please back out. Intensity is something you're gonna feel though. Let's take a breath together. Inhale. Exhale, come in a little deeper. One more breath in. As you exhale, lower your hands all the way down to the floor so you're coming back to that low lunge. Left hand stays down. As you inhale, reach your right arm high. So you're gonna start with the shoulder, then the elbow, then the wrist. And you come into this little bit of a twisted low lunge. Open through the chest a little and breathe. You're squeezing, compressing our insides when we twist. Take a breath. Exhale, right hand down to the yoga mat. Step back to downward facing dog. If you're a more experienced practitioner and you want to take chaturanga push-ups, you can. Otherwise, I'm not going to teach them in this flow, though we will move and flow. Inhale here, lift your left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot forward as many steps as it takes to get there to a low lunge. Make sure your left ankle's on top of your left knee is on top of your ankle. And then straighten and bend a few times. Don't worry about being perfect. Yoga's not about that at all. It never was, never will be. It's just about feeling better, finding calm. Dive into your front knee from here. Let's rise to crescent lunge. You'll know if your feet aren't wide enough if you feel that unsteadiness, so adjust as you need. Reach your arms up and over your head. Check in with your physical alignment. Left knee over ankle. Check in with sensations. Does anything hurt? Is my body telling me to back out? If it's just your mind, stay. If it's your body telling you, back out. Breathe and hold. You are strong. Feel the warmth and the heat bubbling up within you. We need that to detox. Removing energy. Stay present and focused too. Let go of the judgments. That's mental garbage. Judgments don't serve us. Take a breath in. Exhale, bring your hands down to the yoga mat. Lengthen your spine. As you inhale, reach and stretch your left arm high, left shoulder, left elbow, left wrist, and just sink into your front knee as much as you can. Feel this gentle twist. Make sure you can breathe. If it's too hard, back out. Just one more moment. Release your left hand down to the yoga mat, and then downward facing dog from here, unless you're moving into a chaturanga push-up. Let's take a breath in. Exhale, let it go. And if you are newer and you don't know what a chaturanga is, don't even worry about it. You just follow my cues. Let's breathe together. Now we're going to flow through that one breath to one movement. If you get behind, no problem. Try not to get ahead though. Keep your breath slow and your movements graceful. Inhale, lift your right leg up high. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, arms come up. Exhale, lower your hands towards the mat. Left arm down, inhale, right arm high, look up. Exhale, downward facing dog, step back. Breathe in here, breathe out here. Left leg high. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Right arm down, inhale, left arm high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in deeper. Breathe out. Breathe in calm. Exhale tension. Inhale, right leg high. We'll do it again. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, right arm high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in here. Breathe out here. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, left arm. Down dog as you exhale your breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. And I'm breathing a little loud so you can hear me and to remind you to breathe, but you don't have to breathe that loud. Just as long as you're breathing deep, that's all that matters. Take a full breath. Exhale, look forward and walk forward towards the top of your mat. From here, toe heel your feet together. Sit your hips back and down, and then slowly rise up to chair pose, Utkatasana. We've been here before. Reach your arms up and find length and space. Squeeze your inner thighs towards each other and really reach. Now, we're gonna twist. Take a breath. Exhale, take your hands to your heart. This is prayer twist. It's the ultimate detox pose. Lean forward. From here, keep your hips level, your knees side by side. Now, twist as far to the right as you can without dropping your left hip, staying strong in the muscles of your pelvic floor and your core. If you are able without force, drop your hips lower and you can rest or hook your elbow to the outside of your right knee. Listen carefully. Do not crank or yank or push yourself into this posture with your elbow. I'm telling you this so that you can have longevity in your yoga practice and so that you cannot hurt yourself. So be mindful. Come into this twist with core power, not with leverage, not with force. Look up if it feels good. If you're not able to hook, just twist as deep as you can. Now breathe and let that heat build. One more breath, you can do it. Release to a forward bend and stretch it all out. Bend your knees. Take your hands and bring them to your heart. Lift your chest. Chair pose. Take an inhale. Exhale, lean it forward. Now let's twist the other way. Take your right elbow to or towards the outside of your left knee. Remember not to yank your way in with leverage, but engage core, deep low pelvic floor muscles. Twist from that space. Drop your hips down, feel your legs. They might be burning. As long as they're not in pain, stay where you are and breathe. You can do this. You've done harder things than this, I'm almost sure of it. Take a breath. Exhale. One more time, you've got this. Release and fold. All the way down. Bend your knees, roll up slow. We're gonna stretch out the side body after that twist. Reach your arms over your head and find length. Take your right hand to your left wrist and pull on it as you lean over to your right side. Press down through both of your feet. And just stretching, lengthening after a twist. Compression and then release. Come back to center. Other side, left hand to right wrist, press down, and then lean over to the left. Keep your chin from your chest as you lean. Come all the way up. Reach, and then forward fold. Bow down over your legs. One more time. From here, bend your knees and have a seat on your yoga mat. We'll take one more spine twist here. Bend your left knee, point your left knee forward towards the front of your yoga mat. Take your right foot and bring it across. If that's hard on your body to have two bent knees like this, you can straighten your left leg underneath you instead to modify. Take your pick. Right hand behind you, reach your left arm high, and then take your left elbow to or towards the outside of your knee. Right hand can kind of come in towards your glute to keep you sitting tall. If we twist with a rounded spine, we're not gonna get very far. If we really lengthen, we'll get a little bit further and it will be better on our spine. Now twist away the thoughts, the junk, the interference that gets in the way of your clarity, of your strongest sort of signal. Release, bend your right knee and take your left foot and bring it across. Root down through your glutes, and then left hand behind you. Reach your right arm up and twist. Right elbow to or towards outside of knee again. Try not to slouch or to round, but to sit tall, even if it means you cannot twist as far. You can always take the hand to the knee instead of the elbow. Free yourself from something that sort of rents space in your mind. Release carefully. From here, straighten your legs out in front of you. Pull the flesh out from under your butt a little bit, just a little bit of it. Now, reach your arms over your head, really get long. Forward fold by hinging from the hips instead of rounding. We want to hinge through the hips as much as you can. Hands can grab whatever they will grab. I have long arms, so I've always been able to grab my feet. You might not be able to. Who cares? No big deal. What matters is that you're stretching as deep as you can and that you feel something and that you're not forcing it. Just feel it. Breathe deep. Settle in a little more here. And then release. Come up slow. Bend your knees. Roll down onto your back. And we'll take just a quick hip opener. And bend your knees to 90 degrees. Take your right ankle in front of your left knee and take your right hand through the hole. Grab the inner knee. Left hand grabs the outer knee. Pull it in. Pull in deep and stretch the glutes. Stretching is so detoxifying for your body. Feel how good it feels just to release that tension. There's real scar tissue, and there's energetic scar tissue, and yoga can help with all of it. So can massage. Massage is another great way to detox. If you can afford one or find the time, it's really important to get them regularly. Other side, let's switch. Left ankle in front of right knee. Pull it in deep. Your right hand goes to the outside. Left hand holds the inside of your hamstring or your knee. Draw it in tight. And there's this fine line in yoga where we're pulling or pushing too hard. You don't want to do that. We want to find our edge and feel a little intensity, but we don't want to feel pain and we don't want to push into a stretch. That's when we risk injury. Another breath. And release it. It's time, Shavasana. Extend your legs out in front of you. Bring your arms by your sides. Close your eyes. And let go. Let go of anything you're clenching onto, any thought. Maybe a conversation that you had, maybe a thought in your mind, maybe a judgment. Maybe there's just something left unfinished. Move it aside. And if it's unimportant, mundane, not serving anyone, let it go. Settle into your Shavasana for just a little bit more as you find more freedom. And as you free yourself from toxic thoughts and energy. begin just to deepen your breath. And then reach your right arm up over your head and roll onto your right side in a curled up little fetal position, ball. And press yourself up carefully with your arms and come into a sitting cross-legged position. Take your hands and bring them at your heart. Take a breath in here. Let it out. Namaste. And thank you so much for joining me here today. If you liked this class, please visit yogadownload.com. I have 50 plus classes on there, a lot of flow classes, classes of all different levels and styles. Have a wonderful day, and please, if you really want to detox after this class, drink at least 8 ounces of water. Namaste.